Hey Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Jackie.
Good. I hear you had a very successful event last week in Las Vegas at the SAP Insider Conference.
We did. It was very successful. We had lots and lots of conversations with many organizations around actually the world. So,
And what were some of the types of companies that attended the event?
oh, there were airline companies, there were car manufacturers, there was food manufacturers. I mean, you name it, we saw everyone out there at the conference.
Got it. So obviously these companies are all working within the SAP ecosystem. Can you give me a sense of some of the roles of the people that you were talking to last week?
Absolutely. So we had anywhere from a senior business analyst to a business intelligence manager to IT managers to, business managers that, are part of the organization. I mean, literally all different types of levels inside the organization that we were talking with.
And what would you say were like the key challenges they were there to come talk to you about?
I would say the biggest thing is it's all about the data. So it was getting after data that was either in SAP or outside of SAP and being able to bring it together to be able to get a holistic view of what's happening inside the organization.
Got it. And as we know, most people try to solve this in one of two ways, right? They try to put data into SAP. Tell me about some of the limitations of doing that.
Well, for one thing, you're having to move that data from where it lives to move it into SAP, which can be costly from a time perspective, from a latency perspective. So you might not be getting the real-time insights that you need in a timely fashion when you have to move the data.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And then the limits on the amount of data too, right?
Well, absolutely. When you're using, their SAP tools, there's a couple of ways that you have to go after data. One way is being able to use live query in SAC, which once you do that, you have to optimize those queries and you're losing features like being able to link analysis, being able to navigate through hierarchies. And these are features that make dashboards feature rich to really empower users to be able to get their insights that they need. Now you can acquire the data, which means I'm ingesting the data into SAC. But again, that's being delayed of the data. There's latency there. And so you have to take the time to actually load that data into SAC to start to analyze it.
Okay. And then the other alternative is take the data out of SAP and put it into another environment. What are some of the challenges around doing that?
Well, sure. A lot of the other competitors out there, like the Tableaus, the Power BIs, that's what they want you to do. They want you to take that data out of SAP. But again, you're moving that data. And we're a pyramid. We're not asking you to move the data because we can directly query SAP and give you all the features that you need, like navigating hierarchies, like all the attributes of the data, all of the full feature, being able to do that link analysis between visualizations. And on top of that, we're not only connecting to SAP data, we're actually going to connect to all your other data sources that would give you a holistic view of what's happening inside your organization. We understand SAP is only one piece of the puzzle, but you have other applications in your organization that you're going to need to be able to connect to be able to give you that full picture of what's happening right here, right now.
So another challenge we often hear about is this, need to maintain the hierarchies and the business logic and the governance and the security of the data in SAP. Tell me a little bit about what you heard about that during the conference.
Well, yeah, absolutely. If you're going to replicate that data from SAP to an external data source, you're also going to have to replicate the security that goes with it. And that's where Pyramid, we're just going to inherit your security that you already have in SAP because we can directly connect to it. So that's going to save you time, effort, energy, and all of that. So honestly, why not consider Pyramid as your application for all your decision intelligence?
Excellent. So for those who missed the SAP Insider Conference last week, but are still interested in learning more, what advice would you give them?
I would strongly encourage you to come to our website at pyramidanalytics.com, reach out to us. We will be more than happy to have a conversation with you, listen to what you're wanting to do, and I guarantee you we will be able to take you to the next level.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Matt.
Thank you.